Hello everybody, Courtney here from How to Loom Your Dragon. Today we are going to be making the elaborate saddle to go with the adult Toothless, okay? So if you haven't made the adult Toothless yet, he's on my channel under the elaborate adult dragon playlist. It's a 9-step, I believe, tutorial to make him, but he turns out looking really cool. So make him, and also we have Hiccup here. Which is also under the playlist titled People, designed by Kate Schultz. And there's also a Viking helmet tutorial there as well on my channel, which you can make a helmet for him. So the set is going to be complete once I make Toothless's saddle, okay? So that's what we're doing today. And this saddle is going to be special because it's going to actually go all the way down to the tail, and it's going to have like a stomach pad and like all this cool stuff on it, so it's going to look pretty cool. So you're going to need a bunch of brown bands for this. I'm going to be using the caramel brown. As far as the amount, you're going to need about 280 of the caramel bands, okay? And you'll also need several C-clips. I believe you'll need, let's see, how many did I use? 1, 2, 3, about 3 C-clips I have on my trial one, so get 3 or 4, and that should be good. Okay, and you only need 1 loom, and if you have several holding hooks to hold pieces of the saddle as we make, use those, otherwise you can use toothpicks or whatever you want to use. Okay, so let's begin making his saddle. Alright, so we're starting with 2 bands at a time, okay? So just follow me. I'm going to open a new bag here, just so I don't have to deal with all the stretched out bands right now. Deal with those later. Okay. 6. Okay, so I went down 6 times with 2 bands at a time, and I'm going to cap off this end by wrapping it around 3 times. Okay. I'm going to loom up. Okay, I'm going to pull that off onto, actually I'm going to pull that off with one of my holding hooks so that I don't have to transfer it over. So I pulled it onto one of my holding hooks. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to add a C-clip onto this end part. So I am using a hook to pull out that capping band so it makes it easier, maybe not. Add a C-clip onto the capped part, okay? And put that aside for a moment. Now we're going to take, again, 2 browns at a time. So this time I went down 8 times. I'm going to cap off again, making my 3 loops. Loom up. Okay, I'm going to again take my holding hook and pull that off onto my holding hook, and again I am going to attach a C-clip onto the 3 onto the capping band here, around the three loops there. Okay, cool. And put that aside again. And now we are going to take 2 at a time. So this time I'm going diagonally so I can fit it all on this loom. 3, 4. Okay, so that was 14 sets of double bands. Alright, again, tie off by making 3 loops. Again, grab your holding hook and pull that strip onto your holding hook. Uh-oh, looks like one of my bands came out. One moment. Have to fix that. Okay. Alright, anyway. So we're pulling it off. Again, attaching a C-clip onto the capping band. Okay, perfect. Alright, put that aside, and now we are going to double loop our brown bands, okay? So double looping. Okay, I'm going to cap off my end here, wrapping the band around 3 or 4 times. I'm going to do 4 here. Then I'm going to loom up once. And now I'm going to attach my short strip here. Okay. You can attach it curved. Actually, it doesn't matter how you attach it. I'm just attaching mine so it's curved downward. But it doesn't really matter, honestly. Okay. And then I'm just going to loom up the rest. Okay. And I'm going to take another holding hook, if you have another one, pull that off, okay? Cool, so put that aside. And again, we are taking double looped caramels from the top to the bottom. Okay, at the bottom we are going to attach the end of the double looped row we just made, okay? So attach those loops around there, okay? So that part, just like that. And I'm going to loom up 4 times, so here's once, here's twice, here's 3 times, here is 4 times. Okay, now I'm going to attach the next strip, which is the one with the 8 pairs, onto this peg here. Alright, and I'm going to loom up to the top. Okay, take that holding hook and pull that all off. Okay, so now it looks something like this, like a strip of the double loop with your 2 strips coming out from it. Okay, and now I'm actually going to take my middle column and move it down so it's still offset, but now it's like pointed at the bottom. Okay, so continue with double looped. Okay, double looped. now we're going diagonally here. Okay, and I'm going to attach this set on here again. Okay, and I'm also going to attach the final strip. Okay, so this guy I'm going to attach as well. Okay, and now we're going to loom, so we're going to go up. So I'm going to go all the way down and grab the top two of the double looped that are below, which are these two, and then again these two. You should understand that if you already made the adult Toothless, you know exactly like what you're doing right now. And I'm just going to loom up both sides. Whoops. Okay, I'm going to take two bands of a color that I'm not that aren't the caramel. Doesn't really matter. I'm going to take one and I'm just going to tie off this end with it. And I'm going to take another one and tie off my other end over here. And I'm going to pull this off now. Ooh. Doesn't matter what color you use to tie off. Okay, cool. So it looks like this right now, okay? Alrighty, now we are going to be making the stirrups where Hiccup's feet are going to be going through. So take your caramel, we're double looping. 3, 4, 5, 6 times, okay? Times down. That. This whole thing is double looped so far. Okay, we're going to cap off our end here, wrapping it around 4 times. Or 3 or 4, it really doesn't matter. Alright, then we're going to loom. So grabbing the top 2. Now we're going up this side. We're going to go up this side. Okay, now we're going up the top here to the top. And again, I'm going to tie off a random band, doesn't matter, or you could put it on your holding hook, either one is fine. Okay, so here is one stirrup, I'm putting that aside, and now we're going to make the other one. Okay, so we are taking 6 again, so 1 double looped, 2 double looped, 3 double looped, 4 double looped, 5 double looped, 6 double looped. Okay, now if you want to make the stirrup the same as this one, meaning that it doesn't have the metal stirrup on it, you're going to make it the same way you just made this one, so just with the caramel double looped. But I'm going to be making the second one with the metal look, okay? Even though my Hiccup doesn't have the metal foot yet, I'm still going to do the metal stirrup looking thing here. So if you want to do the metal one, you're going to need about 20 gray bands. So now we're double looping the gray here instead of the brown. But that is up to you whether you want to do gray or brown. Okay. Okay, once we've done that, if you're doing the metal one, we're going to make the foot holder thing, the little metal foot holder. So what we're going to do is we're taking 2 grays. I'm going to put them right here. Let's put them right here. So 2 grays here, 2 grays here, and then 2 here. Okay. I'm going to cap off this end, wrapping it around 3 times, and I'm also going to cap off the top as well. 1, 2, 3. Okay. I am going to loom this one. So this is a little tricky. You got to go under the capping bands, grab the gray bands, and bring them up, and loom that down. It's like an upside down looming, so it's a little tricky. Okay. And then I'm going to loom this guy and then this guy. Okay. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go in here and I'm going to pull it off so it's on my hook. Okay. And I'm going to be attaching this right here. So this might be a little tricky. You want to start with these 2 bands, wrap those around that peg. Oops. Probably an easier way to do this, but whatever. Then, so all the bands that are around your hook, you want to wrap around that peg in the order that they're on the hook. Okay, so keep it nice and neat. Get that around, yep. Okay, just like that. Okay? And then we're going to loom. So we're going to go all the way down and grab the double looped band that's above. Okay, then we're going to go back down and grab the bottom set. Okay. Alright, now same thing we always do, we're just looming up now. Okay, and we just want to finish going up. Okay, again, I'm going to tie off my end. Okay. Cool, so now we have the stirrup with the little metal thingy-majingy on it. Okay, so I'm putting that by the other parts. Okay. Now we are going to make the stomach pad. Okay, so we're taking 2 caramels at a time here. Okay, so I went down 6 times. And I'm going to take 2 and I'm going to go diagonally like this. And go down. Like that. Cap off this end, wrap it around 3 times. Okay. Take a double looped single band. And let's put another one. Actually, let's put the other one going like that, and that's good. Okay. Alright, now we're going to loom this. So this one we're looming up, then we're going to grab the top ones, which belong to this guy, loom up. Okay, again, taking a random color band, tying off my end here. Taking that off. Okay, there it is. Put that aside for a moment. Now we're going to be working on the loops that go around Toothless's legs. Okay, so we're taking double looped caramel. 2, 3, 4, 5 times. Now we're taking 2 bands at a time. Tie, cap off your end here, wrap it around 3 times, I guess. Doesn't matter. Alright, before we loom, we're going to take that stomach pad and we are going to, let me think, attach, like it's kind of curved a certain way. This doesn't really matter, honestly, because you can curve it anyway, but we're going to go through the bands that are being tied off by this tying band. You can take the tying band off, so your hook is now around the loose loops. You're going to wrap those right around that peg right there. Okay? And now we're going to loom now that we've done that. Again, tying off my end here. Okay, pulling that off, okay? We have to make the loop for his other leg now, so we're going to do the same thing. So here's 1 double looped, 2 double looped, 3 double looped, 4 double looped, 5 double looped. Now we're taking 2 at a time. Okay, I wrapped the band around 3 times. Now you're going to take the loop with the stomach pad and we are attaching the other end of the stomach pad to the stirrup. So what we're going to do is we're going to go through the capped bands on the stomach pad and wrap those around this peg here. Okay? And as usual, we are looming. This is a very elaborate saddle, but it's going to look really cool. So. Okay. Tie off your end. Cool. Now, I'm putting that aside with my stirrups and the other part of the saddle, and we are going to put everything together onto the main part of the saddle. We're almost there, guys. So, follow me. We're taking 2 bands at a time. So 2 caramels at a time. 3, 4, 5, 6. I went down 6 times. Now I'm going to go diagonally and down this row. Now this row. Okay, I'm going to cap off my end here. You can tie it around 3 times. And now I'm going to double loop a single caramel, put it here, double loop another, and double loop another. And I'm taking 2 at a time, and 2 at a time here. Okay, so these 3 horizontal bands were double looped, these were not. Okay? Now what we're going to do is we're going to take the long portion of the saddle, the one that we started with, okay? And this we are going to be attaching these two ends, oops, these two ends here, I'm going to go through the loops on one end and I'm going to pull off the tying band. And I'm going to wrap that around this peg here. Okay. I'm going to go around the loops on the other end, pull off that tying band, and wrap that around this capping band, like that. Okay. Now I'm going to take the stomach pad with the two legs strapped, and I'm going to go through one of the loose ends there. And that's going to go right onto this peg here. Okay. And I'm going to take the other set, and that's going to go onto this peg here. Like that. Okay, so it looks like that right now. Now we're going to take the stirrup. I'm taking the metal one. And my computer actually I'm recording with my computer and it mirrors it. So to you it looks like I'm attaching it to the incorrect side, but I'm actually attaching it to the correct side. So you want to attach yours to the opposite side of what I'm attaching it to, okay? So mine, it looks like I'm attaching it on the left, but you actually want to attach it on the right, okay? And then the other stirrup is going to go on the other side like that. Alright? And last but not least, we're going to loom this. So under the capping band, grab the top two. Okay, let's go up this row, so all the way down to the bottom. The next two. Going up this row. Whoops. Okay, and then the final set down here. And then I'm going to tie it off with two of the caramel. So two under the end of your hook, tie it off. Whoops, tie off your end. Alright, once that's done, we can pull this off. Awesome. Okay. Now what you want to do is you want to grab your toothless guy. Actually, first, before we do that, we want to just pull these loose bands into the saddle. So I'm going to go into the saddle and just pull these two caramel bands into the saddle, just so you don't see them floating around there. Okay, so now you grab your toothless. This we're going to wrap around his head, okay? The two loops on each side are going through the legs. Like that. So he's got his little stomach pad there. This is for Hiccup's feet when we put him on. We're going to pull this down. This top strap is going to go right above the tail fin. So you're going to wrap it around. And you're going to C-clip it onto the double looped bands here. Exactly the same bands that the other end is attached to. So you might need your hook to help you a little bit here. A little bit tricky. Grr. Okay, like that. The next set is going to wrap around under the tail fin, or under that fin. And again, we are attaching it to the double looped bands that the other side is attached to. last but not least, this final set is going around the very bottom here. Okay. Stirrups can go down, and you want to take, so again my guy is mirrored, so this is actually on the correct side. It looks wrong, but it's not. And then you just want to take Hiccup, and you can put him on, put his foot through the stirrup, okay, on one side, and then through the stirrup on the other side. Okay, I'm going to put his whole boot through just so it makes it easier for me. Okay. And there you go, guys. There is your Hiccup and Toothless with the elaborate saddle and Viking helmet and everything, okay? So it looks pretty cool. So let me know what you think. Hopefully you made it, and if you want to add an extra strip going from the metal foot to like here or something to attach that part, you can. I tried it, but it didn't look too good, but alright, so there you go, guys. So now Toothless is ready to ride. Alright, I mean Hiccup's ready to ride. Toothless is ready to fly. Alright, everybody, let's go! Alright, so there you go, everybody. I hope you enjoyed, and don't forget to subscribe to Kate's channel, The Make the People. There is a playlist on my channel with her videos of the people, so you can check that out. Okay, have a wonderful day, everybody, and I'll see you for the next video.